I'm also people's wife, so I'm figuring it out. That's a, yeah, of course. It's where it needs to be.
That's how we see
It is on.
There we go.
I picked it up. Isn't this great?
You can plug in your guitar. Would you like a battery?
All right. Good morning, beloveds. Good morning. And welcome to those of you who are watching us from Facebook. Thank you for joining us this morning. This morning's talk is about gratefully living victoriously. Gratefully living victoriously. We've been talking about a number of things. I keep recapping what we've been talking about because learning is repetitive. And this is about not just sitting here listening to me. This is about going out in your life, experiencing God. And so I want to just give you as many tools as possible. Some days I say something that doesn't mean anything to you. Other days it does. So I'm just trying to repeat and say the things that I think are important. And what's important is you. And what's important is your relationship with God. And so we've been talking in December, we talked about, setting our intentions or releasing what we had from 2018, what wasn't working for us, and claiming what we wanted to be working for us in 2019. So in January, we talked about ask yourself this, because with asking great questions, you get great answers for your life. And so we looked at getting some clarity about who you are and where you want to go and who you want to be in this life. And now we're claiming our lives. This month is a life of declaring who we are, that we are children of God, that we are royalty, that we are meant to reign over our own lives. And so today, this is about what we're declaring for today. So this is not new to you. I want to say this. I understand this is not new. You're not babies to understanding God and coming here to get a personal relationship with God. But this is about shifts. This is about shifts in your life. Because what happens is we get to a place and we get comfortable with that, and that's okay. There's no problem with being comfortable. But because you are children of God, and because there's always something greater waiting for you, not that you're not in a good place, but there's always something greater. If we get too comfortable, we forget to ask about what's next. What is next for you? We didn't just get one talent. God has blessed us with many, many things we can do. So what's the next thing in our lives? And sometimes we get afraid. And we say things like, oh, it's too late. I'm too old. I'm too tired. I'm tired. Can I just rest? Oh, my goodness. Can I just rest on my laurels for a while? Sometimes I just want to do that. That's okay too. Just so you know you're doing it. That's all. We just want to be consciously aware of our lives. And so we are declaring our lives and we're setting an intention. And the first week of that was talking about God's faithfulness. And I want to talk about that a little bit, about faithfulness, because that's a hard thing to say or understand. What do you mean God is faithful? Because aren't we supposed to have faith? So what am I saying when I say God is faithful? I'm saying that God is constant. That God will do what God says God will do. That is the law of God. And whatever God says is going to happen will happen. That's a promise. And so every day I do my daily meditations and I do gratitude. I write in my journal, I pray, and I talk with George because I want to remind myself of who I am every single day. Because there's all kinds of things. People will tell you all kinds of things all day long. Lots of things are coming in. And I want my first thing that I do every day is to talk with George and to remember who I am. And that no matter what I do, no matter what you do, if you ask, God will. Amen. Just know that. If I ask, God will. If you don't know anything else from this talk, know that. Just ask and God will. So that's what God's faithfulness is all about. And the actions of God are us. We are the actions of God. You understand? We are the physical being of God on this planet. So if God is going to do anything, I had a friend call me up, Kim, you guys know her, Kim Andrews. And we have a ministerial group, and we pray for each other all month, and we pray for each other all the time, but we have one thing per month that we want specifically to pray for. And for me, it was breathe. I just want to breathe, because there's lots of things that are going on. We had a great board meeting, and oh my gosh, there's so much going on. And so I just said, I just need to be able to breathe. So she sent me a text about 11 o'clock yesterday morning, or day before yesterday. She just wrote, breathe. And I wrote it back and said, oh my God, I had to know, because I was just getting ready to get cranked up. And she said, I got a nudge from God. I got a nudge from God. What I'm saying to you is take action. We get nudges from God all the time. We don't take action. And that's what happens when you do. You reach out and someone is helped. She helped me by doing that, by doing what God told her to do, taking action. So that's what we do. So today, we are gratefully living victoriously. But what does that mean, and why is that important? The power of being grateful. I've talked about this before. This is what I call the coin of the realm. The realm being any place that you are, whatever they take for money, whether it's that they barter, whether they take gold, whether they take dollars, whatever, the coin of the realm is what's used to get what you need. Gratitude is the coin of the realm when you're dealing with God. And think about this. If you give somebody something, and I remember one of my friends from Unity of Waco, she asked me, she said, because one of the things that Jason always told me, he said, you are really good at getting things. People are always giving you stuff. And I said, yeah, well, there you go. And so one of my friends, she said to me, she said, do you know why people always give you things? And I said, no, I really don't. Why? She said, because you're so grateful. Because you're so grateful. We love seeing your face when we give you things. I thought, oh, cool, I keep doing that. But that's what gratitude does. That's what the point does. There's the point of the realm. Summing it up, in Philippians 4:8-9, it says, friends, I'll say this to you. Do best by filling your minds and meditating on things that are true. And when I say true, I mean truth, real truth, universal truths. Not the things that are going on in your mind that say, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, and I can't, those are not true. Meditate on what is true, that you are a child of God, and you are capable of doing anything. Meditate on what is noble, and authentic, and compelling, and true. The best, and not the worst. The beautiful, and not the ugly. Things to praise, not things to curse. That is what we should focus on. Put that into practice. Do that, and God will work you into His most excellent plans. Just do that. Just focus on what is true and good. That's what our job is here. So that's it. So what you focus on grows is another reason why you want to do it. Not the power of gratitude, but what you focus on. We know that from the law of attraction and the law of focus. People don't believe me when I tell them this, but I actually did not know for the longest time that I could sing, that my voice was worth anything. I really didn't. And here's why. First of all, my father was a joker. He was a joker. He was always planning. And when I started singing, he'd say stuff like, and I may have shared this with you, and I'll share it again because it's true. He would say stuff like, hey, do you know down by the riverside?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. And so what he meant was, and what he said was, well, can you go down there and sing? So, and he was just kidding, but it goes to a young person's heart. And I was in a church that they just told everyone that they were wonderful. Anything that you did, so what, make a joyful noise. It didn't make any difference if it was on tune or on key, or none of that matters. Just make a joyful noise. So when I heard my Baptist friends tell me I sang that, but here's the kicker. My friends, my peers, told me that I couldn't sing, and here's why. You talked about this the other night. I sound too white. You don't sound like Aretha. You don't sound like Gladys. You sound too white. Okay, well, there you go. There's it. So that's what I took with me my whole life. And it was a white person who convinced me that I could actually sing. And that was Jason. My mom told me all the time, but again, it was some parents. They don't know. Yeah. So what you focus on grows, and that's what I focused on. But the moment my husband was looking at me, he's like, what is the matter with you? You have a great voice, and we're going to do something with it. And I started believing that, just a little bit. Just started believing it, and I started getting experience with it. And now I own it. Now I know who I am. I'm a singer. I'm a speaker. I'm a number of things. And that's what it is. So what you focus on grows. So we're going to declare some stuff. So please repeat after me. I declare I am victorious in my life. I am grateful for my life. I live right now. We are living right now in the good old days. This victorious life right now, we will look back on from in the future and say, these are the good old days. Whatever you say in the good old days, I'm telling you, we're living there at one point. What I'm telling you is this: claim this day to be the good old day. This is it right here. Every single day you live is the good old days. Okay? I remember sometimes, a while back, I ran into a friend I hadn't seen for a long time. And he said, didn't mean this. He meant it, but he didn't know what it did to me. He said, you've really changed. I want the old PJ back. Like the new PJ wasn't good enough. I can't go back. We can't go back. Where we are right now, every place we are in our lives is perfect. I wouldn't want to go back. People ask that all the time. Would you want to go back to 20s? Are you kidding me? You know how hard that was? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm so glad to be here right now. I love it. I love it. These are the good old days right now. So declare today good. Declare it good. And we're living victoriously. We recognize success, happiness, and prosperity. We're grateful for the blessings. In the book that I'm reading, I declare, the one guy, the author was talking about a friend of his who thought he had ocular cancer in one eye. He was just so upset. You know, he's going to lose vision in one eye. And he went for tests and all this sort of thing. And then he found out he didn't have cancer. He had a fungus, which they cleared up. And so it was okay. It was just fine. But the point is this. We've all been there, where there was a near miss. And now, because he's got his vision, now he's seeing things more clearly because of the possibility of loss. That's what's going to happen with us. That's what happens with us. And I talk about this and you guys laugh, but I'm telling you, I'm grateful for toilet paper. Can you imagine what happens if it's not there when you need it? It's the little things. You don't appreciate it until it's gone. You don't appreciate it until it's gone. You have near misses. I've been on planes that have just been rough. Where I lost my drink, it was up on the ceiling. I'm like, what's going on here? Lord, if you get me out of this. Okay? And you get on the ground, you kiss the ground, and you're just loving your life. So, I'm saying be grateful now. I'm saying be grateful now. And I want you to think about this. This is the real question. If you had only 1 hour to live, I know you've heard this question before, but think about this. If you only had 1 hour to live, who would you call? 1 hour. Who would you call? Think about it right now. Who would you call? I don't know who I would call. I've been thinking about this question. It took a minute. There's some obvious things, but that's not who I would call. What would you say? What do you want them to know about them, about you, about what they mean to you? What would you do? The answer to that question leads to these questions. And I've been doing this for a while now. Who are you letting into your life? See, because we don't. There's a limited amount of time. We've got this thing. We're gonna shed this mortal coil at some point. And so and we don't know how much time we're given. So we want to live victoriously right now around the people that we want to be around. That's one of the great things about declaring who you are, because the law of attraction. If you don't declare who you are, you're just letting nobody in, right? You think about who you want to spend time with and who you would call in the last hour. Are you spending time with them? Is your life cluttered with people that you wouldn't call? Right? So think about that. I'm not telling you to kick people to the curb, but I have. I'm sorry. They're just, it's not working. And I want to have a victorious and a great life. So I've looked at that. Who should you be around? If someone left your life right now and you're gone tomorrow, have you said or done what you needed to do? I've talked to you about my sister dying unexpectedly. And there was nothing wrong. She just was eating, and then she was dead. And that was it. What was so amazing about her funeral, I think you might have gone to that while you were at my mom's, I don't remember. It was a huge funeral. It was really great. But what was interesting is the people who loved her, everyone had stories about, I just talked with her. I just spent and had lunch with her. I just did this. All the people who loved her talked about that. The people that were wailing and gnashing and carrying on hadn't spent time with her. That's what happens. That's why it's so sad at funerals a lot. Yes, it's sad when someone goes, but the sad part is you didn't do what you could when they were here. What are you doing in your life? That's all. That's all I'm asking. It's not about getting sad. It's not about feeling guilty. It's just about waking up. We're always trying to wake up because we go to sleep easily. Easily go to sleep. I'm just asking you to wake up. Just asking you to wake up a little bit to your life, to what you want, and think about that. We set an intention every day. Set an intention every day for what you want to do. Because I'm telling you, I put a weekly, every Wednesday, I have a weekly thing that says, call your sister, go have lunch. Every week. And she was like, she forgot that I think maybe she didn't put it in her calendar, but I put it in mine. so I called her, I said, hey, I'm coming over, and she said, oh, I'm busy, whatever, but Friday, we can go on Friday. And she said, when I got there on Friday, we had a great lunch, and it was a really great talk, and she said, I'm so glad you're back. Because I've been gone a long time. I've missed you. I'm so glad you're here. Doing this with my sister came from my older sister who died. I spent the time that I could with her because I wasn't here, but I probably would have come back sooner had I known that. I wouldn't have stayed away from the U.S. as long. Miss her. But I was talking with her. I did have a great relationship with her, and I have a great relationship with my sister now. So set an intention each day. And it could be the same intention. You don't have to have 50 million intentions. Your intentions could be part of your values. I just want to be kind today. I just want to smile today. I just want to what? What is it you want to do today? Set that intention. Set that intention for today. Whatever it's going to be. So, I want to tell you this. Psalms 90, 12 to 17 says this. Talking to God, it says, teach us to live wisely and well. Let the loveliness of the Lord rest upon us, confirming the work that we do. We are meant to reign over our lives, to take control of our lives. You know what it means to reign? It means to be in. It means to be in power for a time. It means to be in power for a time. So to reign over your life means to take control of your life. And sometimes we don't feel like royalty, right? I mean, every day I don't always feel like I'm a child of God and I can get everything done. I don't feel like royalty. So I want you to know this. Anytime you're not feeling good enough, anytime you feel like you can't do it, anytime you think that somebody else is smarter than you, I want you to do this. Reach out, feel your pulse right now. Feel it. Feel it. Is it beating? Can you feel your pulse? It's still your time to reign. It's still your time to reign. That's all you got to do. Just feel it. You're here. It's still your time to reign. Okay? So just know that. There are people that will tell us things that are not true. And I'm going to go back to that. I'll come back to that in a minute. Just back to setting intentions. The reason why you want to set intentions is because they're going to be your memories. You want to create golden memories. One day you won't be running around like you are now. We won't. Even sometimes I don't feel, even when you're not feeling well, to sit and think about you've been doing great things in your life. You have great memories. Create great memories now by setting intentions for what you want to do. Because if you just keep on past and you haven't done what you thought, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my gosh, what happened to the time? What happened to the time? What happened to my life? So, create golden memories. And I want to ask you this. Think about this. What's the greatest day you've had so far? What's the greatest day you've had so far? Do you have it in your mind? Think about it. Just think about a great day. Even if you can't think of the greatest. What's a great day that you've had? Do you have it in mind? Does it have anything to do with possessions? Does it have anything to do with money? Or does it have to do with people? Does it have to do with realizing you still have what you've always had? Your sight, your hearing, a bit of health, relationships. Isn't that what it's about? I remember I had a thyroid problem, and I claimed my voice, And then I had a thyroid problem. And she said, the doctor said I'm going to have to take it out. And I'm going to have to get it into the vocal cords. And that means what? Are you moving around? What are you doing there? And she said, well, and I can't guarantee that they won't stretch out and that you'll have your voice. But you have to take out the thyroid. It's dead. You have to take it out. So that was very frightening to me. There was a moment where I thought, more than a moment, because even now my voice is still a little throaty. This is not the voice I had before, but it's still good. I like it. But it's frightening. It is frightening. And you get an opportunity to think, what if what I've always had isn't here now? How am I going to be? What's my life going to be like? And so that's one of the comforts that I have of knowing God, George. This isn't the only thing I have. This is something I love, but there are many things I love about me. There are many things I love about you. You guys are fabulous. God has made fabulous children, and that's who you are. Hallelujah. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. It's still your time to reign. It doesn't make any difference what other people say. It's about what you say. Because you're a child of God. You have royal DNA. Royal DNA. So we're going to declare it one more time. I am victorious in my life. I am grateful for my life. I live on purpose. I step into who God created me to be. This is my declaration. We are children of God. If you still have a pulse, it's still your turn to reign over your life. This is our destiny right now, to be children of God, to be great. That's what we're going to do. That's what I bless and pray for you. That is what God wants for you. Go out and be great.